The national vision for the development of the food and agriculture sector is a structurally transformed Ghanaian economy where modernized agriculture has culminated in improved food security, employment opportunities, and significantly reduced poverty, particularly in rural areas. On assuming power, the Atta Mills-led administration rolled into action in the agricultural sector to give true meaning to its vision. It brought in several mechanization equipment, making them available to the farmer at the point of need. These interventions, coupled with good weather conditions over the last cropping season, led to a larger than anticipated increase in the production of cereals. To ensure the security of farmers and insulate them against losses resulting from the anticipated increases in production, the NDC government set up the National Food Buffer Stock Company NAFCO. Among its major terms of reference is to manage government's emergency food security. It buys, processes and sells to institutions that need them. The government made this possible by releasing seed money of 15 million Ghana cedis to NAFCO to facilitate the buffer stock program.
The company was set up by the NDC government to ensure that surpluses which our farmers have been storing, which they cannot find market for, will be taken care of by the company. It is amazing to see the amount of grains in the system which when our farmers cultivate, for some reason they cannot find a market. And so we intervene, we mop up the excesses, store it in our warehouses such as what you see right now. Our target is to reach about 200,000 bags of rice. And the farmers in the north are very, very happy. I mean, a lot of them will tell you they haven't seen this before.
In buying from the farmer, NAFCO makes sure that their incomes are guaranteed.
The levels of investment that they put into their farms will be guaranteed by us. And so therefore they produce and then we off-take it if they cannot find a market for it. At least bearing in mind of their production cost and some amount of profits, which at the moment is about 15%.
This encourages the farmer to return to the land to produce more because the burden of transportation, storage and marketing, which conspired year in, year out to stifle production, is lifted by NAFCO.
In particular, rice, when harvested, comes as raw material. It needs to be milled, and most of the farmers, as you know, don't have money to even take the rice to the mill and then pay extra charges for it to be milled before they go to the market to sell it. And so we intervene, and then we save them from the hassle of having to go and borrow further monies to support the milling exercises before they even find markets.
For now, NAFCO's mandate covers the stockpiling, processing and marketing of rice, maize and soya bean.
The reason for that is that it sits right in the center of our policy or the government's policy of food security. Rice and maize because they are our most staple foods that we eat in the country. And then soya because it goes to support the poultry industry. And so then if you look at a balance, it means that we have rice to feed ourselves, maize to feed ourselves, as well as our poultry industry, and also soya, which also plays a very important role in feed production in the poultry industry. And then we'll be able somehow, to guarantee ourselves some level of carbohydrates as well as protein from the poultry industry.
The project has been so successful that NAFCO has already filled up 4 warehouses given it by government on the defunct Ghana Food Distribution Company premises in Tamale, the northern regional capital. With the stocking up going well and the grain coming in thick and fast, other warehouses were rented, and these have also been filled up. The rice being stockpiled comes in different varieties.
Because there are about 3 varieties that we have in here. We have Tox, we have GR18, and then we have Mandi. And these are all very good rice. It's all paddy rice. So from here we take it to the mill, and then it goes through the milling process, and then it's ready for the market.
The Minister of Food and Agriculture, Mr. Kwesi Ahoy, has inspected the stockpiling. The National Buffer Stock Company has provided jobs to a good number of people. Apart from the agents who purchase from the farm gate, many more locals have found gainful employment and are feeling the better Ghana in their pockets.
Too much. Because the abandoned chumino, almost the no kofa amonu afri abroche neba. And it's how I'm winning and talk. Only kofa abroche ba, need a jumani naka our anchor, our habo. Yes, I join yet, the talkwa. It is here, dear, winning dear, a band there, who are Casafe, way back up and nip up 350 the age. Obia Suniji was who cook coffee, over Jag will best 500,000 crack coffee. Dabaco.
The sheer number of wooden pallets required for the stockpiling of grain is also boosting the carpentry industry, as many woodworkers are contracted to craft them. Many women have also found work to do around the NAFCO warehouses. The Minister of Food and Agriculture did not miss the opportunity to interact with them when he visited. It also has the rippling effect of boosting the cargo transport industry. This is because of necessity. These trucks must be rented to cart the produce to the warehouses. The birth of NAFCO brought in its wake a revival of the Nasia rice mill in Tamale. For decades, this mill, the most powerful in the country before the arrival of that of Aveime, had been allowed to idle, falling into a state of disrepair.
A few months ago, the government decided to find out our problems, and some of them were missing motors, which were supplied to us, and we fitted them and we put the place right. It's now in working condition. They've even given us some rice in 2 barges to test.
Now it is being put to good use. The National Food Buffer Stock Company is milling the rice it buys from the farmers here. This keeps the mill busy, guaranteeing jobs for the workers there. It is expected that when it swings into full gear, the many workers laid off will be re-engaged and new ones taken on. The Agriculture Minister was at Nasia to witness the mill at work, milling rice for NAFCO. Once milled, the National Food Buffer Stock Company sells the rice particularly to institutions.
We sell it to state institutions such as schools, hospitals, prisons, the military establishments.
NAFCO plows back the returns into the business to ensure sustainability. All told, The benefits of NAFCO put together are in consonance with the vision of MOFA. This is because it has improved food security, created employment opportunities, and is significantly reducing poverty, particularly in rural areas. The food basket, of which NAFCO is a part, has contributed significantly to the downward trend in inflation that has dropped consistently from 16% in December 2009 to 9.3% in September 2010. The food crop, livestock and fisheries subsectors contributed 28.7% to the reduction in inflation. Food inflation alone dropped from 15.7% in June 2009 to 5.6% in September this year, the lowest in the last 16 years. This is only the beginning of the better Ghana the NDC promised.